What's up, everybody? It is your boy, Ryan. I am your Nootropics Information Wizard. Thanks so much for being with me. If you are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Check us on the web at livecortex.com, livecortex.com/blog, giant blog for nootropics information. Facebook at facebook.com/cortexstacks. I just need you guys to go like the page, like the Facebook page, Cortex Stacks. Simple as that. Search for it on Facebook, find it, like it. My own personal page is facebook.com/Ryan Michael Ballo. Very new, posting a lot of stuff about business and entrepreneurship, starting a personal brand. Okay, 6 powerful products support this broadcast. Here they are.
Elite level nootropic products.
All right, number 1, the Cortex Stack, powerful pre-made nootropic stack. This is the kind of stack, we weren't messing around when we made Cortex. We were targeting like high-level Wall Street people, business executives. We wanted to basically create a stack that gave people brain performance for hours and hours and hours and was very strong and noticeable. We hit gold with Cortex. Get it at livecortex.com. You'll notice it. Okay, right now it is $24 with the coupon code 8. Coupon code 8 gets you Cortex for $24. We've got 5 digital nootropics guides that teach you how to use nootropics and give you many stacks. They are in front of you here. We'll explain them at the end of this video. Our most popular product is the Nootropic Starter Pack. It's a bottle of Cortex and our digital guide, Smarter, Better, Faster, which is, if you're new to nootropics, the guide that teaches you everything. Get all that stuff at livecortex.com. Coupon code 8 applies to all of that this week. Takes $8 off. Okay. So what nootropics are best for a reading? So I'm not sure if the author of this is a nootropics subreddit question is like asking about comprehension or just reading. Oh, I can't relax and sit still for longer than a minute. I can't focus for that long. It seems like I forget the last page. Okay, so he's really talking about comprehension, and so that's kind of what I want to touch on. For those of you that have followed this channel long enough, you know that that is a significantly important thing to me, and that is, in my history of taking nootropics, one of the things that nootropics have really helped me with. I've always been terrible at reading comprehension. I used to bomb tests in high school. I just was terrible at it all. I could read just fine. I mean, I read quickly and I have good, vast vocabulary and whatever. I understand everything that I'm reading word-wise, but I don't understand the stuff I read on the last page. I could read a whole page and get to the next page and I'm like, what the fuck did I just read? I can't even put it together, and so I'd have to read it 3 or 4 times in order for me to somewhat get it, and that was a real problem. I struggled with that a lot in school. So when I started taking nootropics, that basically changed. PIRACETAM, Alpha, GPC, Alcar is my first stack. That helped somewhat. But when I started taking NOOPEPT, probably a year or so after I started taking nootropics, it totally changed. And then thereafter, basically, like, I have no problems doing reading comprehension at this point. Now, maybe it's the nootropics, maybe it's I just grew out of it and got better, but I got better at remembering things via nootropics. But I think that, you know, NOOPEPT particularly probably made some changes to my brain. We know it facilitates brain-derived neurotrophic factor and nerve growth factor in the hippocampus, and so not far-fetched to think that it could do that. Well, so that's kind of the preface, my experience. Right to it, I would say first NOOPEPT. You know, NOOPEPT is a great nootropic compound for that, and it's for its work on the hippocampus. So the hippocampus is like this incredibly important memory-centric region of the brain, and when you can optimize the way that it uses neurotransmitters in order to process and encode information, and or, you know, the way that it functions just in general, facilitated by growth factors, you know, neurotrophic factors in the brain, which is one of the things that NOOPEPT does in the hippocampus, then you're probably going to get the associated brain states working better, which in this case would be encoding information like reading comprehension. So NOOPEPT is absolutely one of them. You know, dose range is 5 to 15 milligrams on NOOPEPT. Most folks find a sweet spot at 10 to 12. Some folks might need to go to 30 if they're 45 years old and have an atrophied brain. It all really depends. NOOPEPT would be number 1, but shifting to research chemicals, PRL853 would be another one. PRL853 is this research chemical. It doesn't have a whole lot of studies on it. I think the only studies that are available are the ones funded by the patent holder, so there's not much we can say about it. But we can look at anecdotal experiences of people on the web taking PRL853 and notice that a lot of them are able to retain a lot more information when they read. The most standout effect seems with PRL853, which, by the way, you can get from like Serotropic. It's not, you know, it's not, you don't have to have a script for it. It's a supplement effectively, but it is a research chemical. The most significant standout effect is people can remember like 10 to 12 to 15 digits in their minds at once, whereas, you know, typically they have a hard time remembering 5 or 7 or something. And that's the deal. Dose range is 3 to 7 milligrams. folks find a sweet spot at 5 for most people. Pure 53 is very strong. I've taken it many times, stacks with a lot of things, and yeah, I mean, it does the same thing for me. It's stronger than NOOPEPT, frankly, for me, but it's a research chemical with not a whole lot of studies behind it, which means you probably should take it sparingly. The next thing I would say would be racetams for sure. Racetams for sure. And notice the theme is like focusing on functional benefits as opposed to focusing on just cranking up the brain, right? It's like cranking up speed of processing and cranking up overall, you know, brain capacity. So like modafinil wouldn't be the best thing for that, in my opinion. It certainly doesn't work that great for me in that regard. Things that make the brain work better as opposed to just speeding it up are really where you want to go. Okay, so racetams. Aniracetam would be, you know, a pretty, you know, powerful one. Oxiracetam to some extent. Oxiracetam is a lot more focused, but, you know, for some people it's going to help them to comprehend what they're reading. PIRACETAM, plain old PIRACETAM, which doesn't get any love anymore, which is crazy, is a wonderful nootropic compound for reading comprehension. It's just slower, it works on everything in a more optimized way. It's a little more subtle, which is cool. It calms things down. You can remember what you're reading. But I think what doesn't get enough attention is PRAMIRACETAM. I mean, PRAMIRACETAM has significant studies behind it, you know, demonstrating all manner of, you know, neuroprotective effects and otherwise brain facilitating effects. And PRAMIRACETAM is like lauded as the study racetam. It's one of the things that, like, when, you know, we've got a consulting service, it's a 40-minute call with me, 15 additional email correspondences. Get it at livecortex.com. A lot of our customers are college kids, right? They're people that are in college for chiropractic school or medical school or whatever. And, you know, we get them taking PRAMIRACETAM in pretty low doses, 75 to 125 milligram doses, and they're able to retain a lot for more information. It helps them to study and pass tests. Okay, so PRAMIRACETAM particularly would be my probably the best choice of all of those racetams. Okay, so the bottom line is with reading comprehension, you want to focus on things that make the brain functionally better as opposed to just speeding it up. And those are my top, you know, 4, or however many there were. Racetams, NOOPEPT, PIRACETAM 53. Thanks for watching. Hey, remember, everything is $8 off at the Cortex Labs website. That means you can get Cortex right now, our powerful pre-made stack, for $24 using the coupon code 8, just the number 8. Gets you Cortex for super cheap. That applies to all of our other stuff, to include our consulting service, to include our digital nootropic stack lists that are awesome and have like the most elite level nootropic stacks inside of them that you can take to experience insane nootropic benefits. Get all that good stuff at livecortex.com, and thanks for watching.
My name is Ryan Michael Ballo. For 6 years, my sole mission has been to improve the performance of my brain. This is why I created Cortex. My mission was to build a nootropic stack that gave me extreme focus, powerful motivation, and a heightened cognitive state. And after years of experimentation and a comprehensive beta testing protocol, and putting together the most powerful nootropic compounds on the planet, I found what I was looking for.
What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Ballo here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function take the Cortex stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then like everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex stack does. Moving right along, the Aniracetam guide there, that is called the Beginner's Guide to Aniracetam, breaks down 25 powerful Aniracetam stacks, shows you how to use Aniracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to Aniracetam. Long demanded, folks asked us for it. We delivered. It is fully digital, lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the nootropic stacks for the business professional.
That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, aniracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, Alcar stacks for business situations, for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the RACETAM God Guide. That is a high-level every RACETAM guide, digital guide. We've got all the major RACETAMs with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks. In that RACETAM. There's 8 major nootropic RACETAMs, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the NOOPEPT Pro Stack List. The NOOPEPT Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying NOOPEPT nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of NOOPEPT stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of NOOPEPT stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.